Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be more of a follow-up video to my last video talking about the Riot Shield in Modern Warfare, because in that video I gave out tips on the best possible ways to actually get it gold. And so in this video I'm going to basically tell you that in that video, of course, I didn't actually have the weapon gold just quite yet, but I kind of already knew my strategy to try and get it gold already, and for the most part that strategy actually worked that I mentioned in that video. And now in today's video I have the weapon gold, which is great. And let me tell you, it is not easy getting this thing gold. I mean, it is probably the hardest weapon to get gold in the game, which it sucks. Like, honestly, like, seriously, get this. If you're planning on getting Damascus camo, get this thing out of the way. You do not want to wait for this to be the last weapon to use. I recommend trying to get done with the worst weapons as possible. Once you're done with the worst weapons, then you can focus on the better weapons, and your life can be much easier when at the end of the road to Damascus. So anyway, the reason why I'm kind of making a follow-up video here for the Riot Shield is actually because I kind of want to give out probably a better strategy when it comes to using the Riot Shield and trying to get the skull camos unlocked for it. So of course these skull camos are the ones that you unlock at max rank with the Riot Shield. So if you haven't got to skull camos yet, make sure you level up your Riot Shield and take advantage of double weapon XP events. Trust me, those things are so beneficial for leveling up your weapons. And so with the skull camos, you have to get 3 kills with the Riot Shield without dying in 25 times, right? You have to do it 25 times. Those 3 kills with it without dying 25 times using only the Riot Shield. This can honestly be pretty frustrating. I gotta be honest with you. It was a little frustrating, I gotta be honest with you. So anyway, if we go back to my last video, I mentioned playing the smaller maps like Shipment and Shoot House. I said Shipment was probably the best map. Technically, it's not. Like, it can be. My biggest recommendation if you are using the Riot Shield on Shipment and you want to get done with the 3 kills without dying, well, first of all, like I said, hardcore mode's your best friend, because the Riot Shield is only a 1-hit kill in hardcore, where if you play core mode, it's going to be 2-hit kills, and that's typically going to be really frustrating when you're trying to kill an enemy. So if you're playing on Shipment and it's on hardcore, what you want to do is go into the middle container that's in the middle of the map, right? You want to go into the container that's in the middle of the map and just camp your ass off in there for the most part, right? Now on your way there you might actually get 1 or 2 kills, which can be pretty beneficial, but if you stay in the back corner, whether it's the left or right corner of that container, typically someone will spawn next to you. Usually they don't spawn next to you if you're holding your Riot Shield, but if you have your Riot Shield on your back, typically someone's going to spawn next to you. It could be a teammate or it could be an enemy, and if it's an enemy, that enemy would be totally oblivious that you're in there, and they'll start running out of their spawn that spawned right next to you, and you just go up to them and you melee them with the shield. This is probably the best strategy to use when playing Shipment, and that's something I didn't mention in my last video, which is kind of the main reason I want to make this video now that I have it gold and I found other strategies to actually try and get done with these skull challenges. And so that's my biggest recommendation to you guys if you're playing on Shipment, is stay in that middle container, because they're going to be enemies spawning next to you, and most of the time they're going to be oblivious that they're going to be spawning next to you. Now this may not happen as frequently as you might like, because the way the spawns work in Shipment are completely absurd, of course, as we all know, and so it may take some time for some people to spawn in the middle there. Typically it usually works if maybe you're playing like team deathmatch game modes or kill confirm. I don't know about domination, maybe hardpoint might actually work. Domination's a little tricky. Of course when we play Shipment we want domination, because those matches usually last a lot longer than the team deathmatch or kill confirm ones. And so if you're not playing Shipment, right, you're playing other maps, honestly you could really play any other map. Just camp inside a building and just wait for enemies to come to you. Don't go to enemies. That's usually when you can like end up dying. You want them to come to you. So yeah, I know I hate promoting camping, but if you really want to get this thing gold, then you're definitely going to want to camp inside a building where there's only maybe 1 or 2 ways they can get inside of it. So Shoot House, for example, right, I actually completed this during the Shipment and Shoot House 24/7 playlist. And so the thing is that on Shoot House there's only 1 indoor area on that map, and of course that's pretty much the one area that's closer to like one of the team spawns, and you have to get up there through 2 different ways, which is like basically 2 sets of stairs, basically on each on different side of the map. And so what I did on Shoot House, and this worked out very well to my knowledge, is that I just camped out at the top of one of the stairways, and I just waited the enemies to run up there, and then I'd melee them. It worked every single time. Now, of course, during that same match, they would get smart enough not to go up there anymore, or like try and C4 sandwich me. But yes, it could work out to your advantage. You only need 3 kills without dying, so that would also work out if you're playing on Shoot House. Just stay up top on one of those stairs, wait for the enemies to come to you, and it will work out perfectly. One thing I did do actually on one of the sides, on one of the side of the staircases, what I did is I actually closed the door behind me, and I stayed in front of that door right at the top of the staircase, and because that way, if enemies came up behind me, they actually wouldn't be able to shoot me from my back because the door is closed, right? They don't know I'm actually there. And of course, I use my audio to my advantage and try and hear enemy footsteps as well, so I am aware where else they might be on the map. And so that worked out really well. I mean, I got a great rage from people when I think I went on a 10 kill streak with the shield one time, just camping up there, and the guy was an idiot. All he had to do was just not keep coming up there to die, but he wanted to kill me, but I kept killing him, and it was absolutely hilarious just hearing their rage reactions. And they ended up rage quitting, which is even more funny because he tried to get his teammates to come with me or come with him, and then I just ended up killing all of them. It was just absolutely hilarious. But besides the point, camp your ass off somewhere using the shield. That is the best way to actually get the skulls, in my opinion. And trophy systems work too. Like, if, for example, the field upgrades you might want to use, I highly recommend probably using a trophy system, maybe Dead Silence. Those are probably the 2 I would recommend. Trophy systems are nice when you're camping in an area trying to get this challenge done, because they know you're going to be up there, and then they're going to try and throw a frag grenade or a C4, or even worse, a thermite, right? We all know that's a shield's worst nightmare, and that trophy system will actually prevent them from getting a kill on you. So I highly recommend using the trophy system. So yes, I really did want to make a follow-up video on how to actually get just a better strategy on to complete these skull camos for the Riot Shield, because this is the hardest weapon to get gold in Modern Warfare. I am telling you guys. I even started using the knife now, because now that I have the Riot Shield gold, I only have one more melee weapon left, and that's the knife. And honestly, the knife challenges are easier than the actual Riot Shield challenges. Not to mention, I have the Riot Shield on my back when I'm going knife only, so I can protect myself from behind when I'm trying to run towards someone. But yeah, the knife is a lot easier than the Riot Shield in my opinion, so make sure you level up your Riot Shield, get to the skull camo challenge, and then try to get done with those skull camo challenges as quickly as possible, because that is the most frustrating and tedious challenge you're going to have to do to get this thing gold. So anyway, I hope this strategy helps you guys. Make sure you leave a like if it did, and of course subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel, and I shall catch you guys later.